Welcome to today's Who Will Survive contest. Are you ready to embrace the challenge? 321. Let's go. Not sure if stunned after the game, the four players stood there like deer in headlights for a long time. Sayo Shirai couldn't hold it in and gently fell. The female artist stepped back and fell too, her legs probably protesting. The real MVP is Beard Guy, standing tall like a champ. Guess being a former cop really prepares you for this. She excitedly said it was the thrill she craved, then laughed. Everyone looked at the student girl, the other three fine. Unlucky student wasn't spared, just like she predicted, ascending with her red nails. The prize for this round was 70 million each. The female artist raked in over 200 million, enough to pay off all her debts and maybe snag a fresh start. The host suggested she take the money and start a new life, but she didn't expect. The female artist declined, showing that classic gambler's mentality. Losing makes you want to win it back, and winning just makes you want more, just like Sayo Shirai. Even though the prize money covered their debts, they were still unwilling to leave, continuing to fight on, and Beard Guy was being a real jokester too. Even buried in debt, she claimed, "I'm not short on cash, I just love the thrill." Right before the sixth round began, the muscular guy mysteriously vanished, because the game required 4 participants, so the organisers turned to Beard Guy, who now had a chance to turn things around. Of course she wanted to survive. At this point she's earned 70 million. If she passes the next round, she'll be debt-free with retirement savings. As for why the big guy went missing, he'll spill the tea later. Alright, enough chit-chat, let's get to the more thrilling and suspenseful 7th round. The crossbow on the table packs a serious punch, easily piercing through a chest. After setting up the mechanism, the host will manually spin the crossbow, and the arrow will shoot out when it stops. If the arrow doesn't hit anyone, the game resets until someone gets sent away with a bowman's kiss. What's it gonna be? When it was time to choose, Sayo Shirai was super quick and snagged the main seat. Beard Guy hesitated, initially picking the spot facing the bow, but quickly changing to a position with her back to it. The female artist was full of confidence, sitting right next to Sayo Shirai without a second thought. Everyone had chosen their seats, and just as the game was about to begin, Beard Guy suddenly called a pause. He believed the position next to him was more advantageous, so he made the decision to adjust his seat. Saying you aren't scared would be a lie. Everyone's heart was in their throats, fearing they'd be the unlucky one. It felt safer at first, but as it spun slower, tensions rose. Even the host was scared and raised their shield. At this moment, oh my gosh, who would have thought the arrow landed right where Beard Guy sat before? What are the odds? Since the first round missed, the game must continue. Just as the second round was about to begin, Beard Guy started messing around again. She suddenly demanded to switch to the spot that just got hit, claiming you can't hit the same spot twice. Of course, the game continued, and everyone was shaking in their boots. But will she really manage to escape being shot a second time? Fate willing. After the game, Sayo Shirai found the female artist looking regretful, feeling that the winnings wouldn't cover her debts, but the female artist, despite being greedy, secretly understood her. At this moment, the host delivered some terrible news. Those who made it to the finals couldn't drop out. Otherwise, whoever drops out will have their prize completely forfeited. That's just unfair. The host said that the final explanation belongs to the establishment. Now they only had 2 paths: continue the competition or exit. While only one of them could survive, the one who did could snag a whopping 780 million prize. The female artist decisively chose the competition, knowing they had to work together to survive, but if Sayo Shirai wasn't on board, it was game over. So that night, the female artist brought Sayo Shirai to her room and gave him a proper talking to. The moment they donned those ankle chains, it meant only one could survive, and the other end was attached to 2 massive iron balls weighing over 800 tons each. The ropes bearing the weight were hidden among 8, and the game rules were pretty straightforward. Players take turns cutting ropes, until one of the supporting ropes was cut, and then down from the tall building they fell. Don't assume you can instantly spot which specific rope connects to the iron ball at a glance. This is a game that relies entirely on luck. It's actually not that simple a matter. To ensure fairness, the 2 contestants decided to use rock, paper, scissors to determine who would start cutting first. The female artist was truly fortunate and emerged victorious, but it's important to note that winning at rock, paper, scissors does not assure ultimate victory in the competition. She hesitated with the scissors for ages, eventually just picking one at random, secretly relieved that it wasn't the crucial safety string that had been snipped. Now it was Sayo Shirai's turn, and his emotions were mixed, unsure if he should feel happy or sad. Even though they were safe for now, it meant the game would go on, and with more strings being cut, eventually someone had to bow out. I had thought they would sail through this time unscathed, but unexpectedly, Sayo Shirai was quicker, grabbing the female artist just in time. After spending so much time together, they'd developed deep feelings, and if it weren't for that ruthless organizer not allowing exits, they'd probably be living happily ever after.